Olenaki here to demonstrate how to complete the Halo Reach Weekly Campaign Challenge for the week of July 14th through the 20th, which is Long Night of Solace. LASO, or Legendary All Skulls On, which requires the activation of all skulls except for the blind, so that's 12 skulls. And as we start all things here, I must say this is a real pain in the butt mission. So I was able to do this with no deaths on my first try. I recently completed it on Mythic, which included the blind skull. But try to follow the techniques and tactics that I use, and you might have a shot at it. I must say that the one benefit that you have that I didn't need in this particular run is the save and quit and resume will bypass the iron skull, so that if you die, save, quit, and resume real quick, or save and quit real quick, and then resume campaign, and you'll go back to the last checkpoint, and you'll be able to try again. Alright, notice the path I'm following here. I've got to duck back in a little bit to get back inside the kill, or outside the kill zone. And I'm just hauling it down here along the edge of the water while my AI compadres, the rest of the noble team, are duking it out with the coveys. That was a Seraph, by the way, that just flew into the building. Just keep following this path. Okay, sometimes the wreckage will show up in a lot of places from that collision between the Seraph and the building. Now the first thing we want to do is a Wraith dropping down here. We want to take out the Grunt Gunner. There we go, like so. Alright, let's go. Vulnerable there. Jump down underneath the platform, get back out of the soft kill zone. Notice I duck back down. That tends to freeze that Wraith a little bit, so I can easily jump on, blow the hatch, 2 back smacks, or 2 melees. Wait for he spins around a little bit. I jump off to the side and back so he can't see me, then jump back on, and just start wailing away on the elite driver. It takes about 15 whacks to take him out. About 11 to drop his shields, and then 3 or 4 more to actually take him out. Oh, the shields just popped. There we go. Okay. Now one thing I noticed with blind off is that this mission actually was a little bit, I don't know, easier to do than with blind on. Okay, now notice what I did there. I just boosted the Wraith off, and I'm going to squeeze it between these 2 rocks here. Just wiggle a little bit, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, now I can start taking out the coveys here at distance using the Wraith. Alright, the guy they really got to be worried about up there is the elite with the concussion rifle. He can be dangerous. That's why I'm kind of hanging back here. Oh, there we go, got him. Okay, and there's a couple of Jackal Marksmen, 1 or 2 to go here. Now once you got all the coveys down, the Pelican will appear, the door will open, and you'll see waypoint sign there. Now I boosted and used the jump key to lift the nose of the Wraith. That got me up and over the sandbags there. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to swap out my AR for a rocket launcher. This is really an absolute necessity to succeed in this campaign mission. Here it goes, right there. Now this is what I recommend. If those guys jump out and you don't see one with the rocket launcher, I'm going to temporarily swap it for DMR there. Restart the mission. Sometimes they'll jump out without a rocket launcher. I would just restart the mission. I do. I mean, we are right at the beginning. We're only 4 minutes in. Here's another guy with a rocket launcher. There we go. Got his. Now I'm going to run back down here and step over that one, and that's how I can ammo up a little bit. And there's one more place where I can get some more rocket ammo. Unfortunately, it's fratricide, but it's that guy right there. He's got a rocket launcher. Boom, he's down. You can do that once, you can't do it twice. They'll start firing at you. Okay, so what I've got now are a total of 6 rockets. Two loaded, or actually 5 rockets. 1 loaded and 4 back. And as soon as that guy goes flying up there, that trooper, sprint and run up behind that elite and assassinate him. If you miss him, immediately turn around and run back because your AI buddies will come up. George and Kat will come up, and they'll take on the elite. And you can just hang back and wait for them to take care of business. Alright, got a bubble shield. Swapped out my sprint for a bubble shield. That is also very important in this mission. Okay, just follow this path here. It's nice and quiet. Alright, we're going to swap the DMR out as soon as this door opens for a sword. That is also very important, at least for the tactics that I'm going to use. And on up the ramp here, the ladder to our Falcon. And after a forced cutscene of the launch, we'll be ready to do the space battle, which is actually in 2 parts before we can board the Corvette. Now this is a good place to get up, take a break, get a drink, use the bathroom, whatever, because it's going to be a couple of minutes before we get control back. I don't know why we can't skip this cutscene. We got another one coming up that's just as long, maybe even slightly longer, between Space Battle Part 1 and Space Battle Part 2. It is fairly pretty graphics, so enjoy the view. Oh boy. Anytime now. Okay, on our way to Anchor 9. Alright, now we gotta wait a little bit longer before the Cubbies appear, so I switched over to rockets and I'm doing a little target practice here on that floating piece of metal. Hull plating, if you will, that loose hull plating. Make sure I don't want to run into the antennas there. Yeah, but first we got to protect Anchor 9. That's the Savannah there in the distance coming into port. And I'm just kind of hanging out. Here we go. We should be appearing here momentarily.
All UNSC ships, station defenses are down. Requesting combat support until we can bring them back online. Here we go, 6.
Okay, here we are just setting up for our first encounter here. The Banshees will come in 2 groups. We'll just take one here, go for one group and try to take out as many as we can.
Batteries are at 56%. Hang in there, Saber teams.
And swing around and try to take out as many. Just the sooner we take them out, the sooner we get to the second wave. Not too much worried about Banshee fire. The Falcon shields will regenerate, even with black eye on. Vehicle shields tend to do that. Now when we get down to just a few left, I'm going to be kind of hanging around Anchor 9 itself because I want to set myself up for the next wave, which is 4 Ceres coming in, which are much more dangerous. Okay, you don't get those waypoints with blind on, by the way. Okay, here comes the next wave. There'll be 4 Ceres, one coming in low. That's the one we're setting up for right here. And I really thought I took this guy out, but I didn't. Alright, drop the shields, 2 salvos with the rockets. That's why I thought I took him out. As soon as you start taking fire, immediately reverse direction. You can do that by pulling back on the left thumbstick and hitting the left bumper, which is sort of like an anti-armor selection. Okay, I'm closing in on this guy. Okay, got that guy. So I did miss the first one. Again, if you're taking gas, reverse direction and get the heck out of Dodge. I was taking gas here, so I flipped over and headed back the other way, waiting for my shields to regenerate. Alright, let's pop them shields. I don't know if I popped those shields, and look at him going every which way. Yeah, I think his shields misdirected him and misdirected the missiles there. Just make sure you don't run into anything. Oh, finally, okay, got 2 left. Same idea. We're using our guns to drop their shields and switching the rockets and taking them out. Alright. 3 down, 1 to go. Drop the shields, drop the shields. Well, I think they called these Falcons or Sabres. What the heck I was thinking about. Okay. Alright, now the next wave coming in will be a bunch of Ceres and a bunch of Banshees. And I'm going to hang back off in the distance here. And I'm looking for the Banshees. I want to take out as many Banshees as I can, and then I'm going to haul it behind Anchor 9. There's a Banshee, there's a Banshee. And a lot of times I get lucky, and the Banshees will follow me behind Anchor 9, which is what I kind of want here. Yep, I'm getting Banshee fire, so see what we got. Oh yeah, all kinds of Banshees. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Whoops, missed number 4 there. I could have gotten another one. Now the idea here is that since Anchor 9's guns are now active, we want to kind of hang back behind Anchor 9 and let Anchor 9 do most of the work. And our AI buddies. You can hear them say bogey down. And I don't know whether it's thinning the ranks to a certain number or just a matter of time before the next wave appears. I really don't know. But what I'm doing here is I'm kind of... Well, in this case, I'm just going to take him out like I took out the other Ceres. But I'm trying to draw the Ceres in towards me so that Anchor 9 starts firing at them, and then I can put fire on them. And a combination of our 2 sets of fire, if you will take them out. See, he's retreating off in the distance. He's kind of back there away, so make a run at him, turn around, come on back and reset. And just rinse and repeat. The bottom line here is to survive. There we go. Got our Banshee down. And I think me and Anchor 9 share credit for that one. Okay. That's music to my ears, because this is the final wave coming in. And for the most part, the Seraphs and Banshees that remain will not hassle me as I try to take out the Phantoms. Alright, I'm going to take 2 out using off the left side of Anchor 9 and 3 out off the right side. I'm setting myself up for the first one here. Trying to see where they're at. Okay. I'm going to go after this guy. Now I'm pulling back completely on my left thumbstick. I switched over to missiles, obviously, but I'm pulling back completely on my left thumbstick to stabilize my saber and slow down so I can put fire on the Phantom. And here I am, same thing, pulling straight back on my, all the way back on my left thumbstick, and firing missiles at that Phantom. Boom, he's gone. Alright, let's go back over to the right side.
Taking fire. I have a clear shot. I'm taking direct hits from the Phantom. Tagging me.
Okay, setting up for Phantom number 3. You hit him enough times with missiles and he'll blow up. There he goes. Come on back and reset. Go after Phantom number 4. And scratch Phantom 4. Come back, reset. And let's get Phantom number 5. Now, when we take out the last Phantom, the Seraphs and Banshees that are left will start to bug out. So I'm just going to haul it out here and see if I can pick 1 or 2 off as they depart. Here's a Banshee. Got him. Another Banshee. Got him. I'm going to take a little bit more on the Seraph. And I just had a Banshee go flying. Yep, missed him. And phew! Just missed that guy. So that's it. That's Space Battle Part 1. And now we're going to go over to Space Battle Part 2. And this is a couple of minutes, I think it's at least a 2-minute cutscene. Forced cutscene, we can't get out of it. But when we do, I'm going to go after the Corvette's first engine on the right and immediately switch over to guns, duck down underneath, and try to take out as many Banshees as I can. But in the interim, I'm going to go silent while we play the cutscene.
Notified. Please repeat.
Pull up service grid 19 by 22.
Gladly. Only sword base. Sector 18G.
Level enhanced.
Notified. Your pulse is elevated. There is nothing you can do for Dr. Halsey and the others inside sword base. The mathematics are determinate. Notified.
I know.
Bravo, I need to clear the re-engage thrusters. Noble 6, this is Holland.
Go ahead, Colonel.
We flagged a Corvette-class vessel on a predicted docking track with our target. Get our makeshift bomb on that Corvette, and we have our delivery system. Noble 5 will escort the bomb. I need your Saber team to clear the way for boarding.
Understood, Colonel.
As she's already donated her slip space drive to the cause, Savannah will be joining you to provide local fire support. UNSC Savannah,
We'll get it done, Colonel. 6 out.
Okay, about ready to come out of the cutscene.
We have visual. Target confirmed.
As soon as we come out, I'm going to switch to rockets and boost and head for this Corvette with that right engine right there. Got to take 4 of them out. 2 salvos with rockets will take them out. Then immediately switch to guns, duck down, come back up, and just start taking out Banshees like crazy. As many as we can. There we go. Now I'm going to head back and try to position myself so that I can make runs at the engines. And I've kind of taken a peek there to see where I'm at. Alright, switching back to rockets. I've got 3 more engines to take out. Nope, not a good angle. Alright, here we go. I can get the left engine from this angle. Just boost on in. As soon as I get a lock, 2 salvos. Reverse direction and get the heck out of dodge. That takes care of the left engine. Now we got the 2 middle engines. Middle left, middle right. And we got to come at them a little bit lower. There we go. 2 salvos. Immediately reverse direction. Get the heck out of dodge. Out to the edge of the map space and then back again. And get engine number 4. 2 salvos. Now instead of reversing direction here, I'm heading for the Savannah because I'm going to use that as a shield. Use the Savannah as a shield.
Heads up, Sabers. Multiple impulse drive signatures detected. 4 bogies incoming.
And of course I'm taking gas here.
Where are the reinforcements coming from?
Got them coming in from everywhere. Trying to get my shields back. Trying to dodge the fire. Woo. Alright. Come on, Savannah. Start firing these buggers and give me some help here. Okay. Whew. Shields are regenerated. Yep, there is a Seraph up above me and behind me somewhere. You can see the Savannah's guns firing on them. Well, that was pretty quick. We're down to 4. Again, I'm going to let the Savannah and my AI buddies take the remaining, take all the patrol ships out. And I'm just looping out and looping back. Again, using the Savannah as cover. Looks like we're down to 2 maybe? Yeah, down to 2. They're on the other side, so I'm not too much worried about them. I've still got some AI buddies out there, which is surprising. Okay, down to 1. Alright, I think that takes care of the last one.
Analyze all available data on that Corvette. Find a way inside.
Scans indicate a structural weakness surrounding the platform on top of the vessel.
Okay.
Noble 6, set down immediately on that
That's our cue to haul ass over here, look for the waypoint, and land on the exposed deck there. I'm going to go ahead and skip this cutscene and go immediately in. There's going to be an elite coming up to 2 melee smacks with the sword, takes him out. Run over to the other side. And then here comes another one. Oh shoot, he went back down. I didn't get him quick enough. Alright, I'm going to hang out up here a little bit, see if he comes back up. Because life's so much easier if I can take him out from up here. You can see him down there trying to come up with his own little jetpack thingy there. Here he comes, a little bit further out. Again, 2 smacks, he's gone. Immediately switch to rockets. Jump down to this overhanging platform here. 1 rocket there, 1 rocket there. Immediately go to drop shield. Now with Mythic and Tilt on, you have to hit them directly. You have to have a direct hit with the rocket to kill them, because splash damage will not, and we'll see an example of that in a few minutes. But anyway, I got two of them. I actually got two inside down. And I'm hoping I can take this guy out. I'm waiting for him to come back to me. That's why I'm hanging out right at this spot. He's right there. He looks up. He's in a perfect position for a direct hit. And that takes care of him. And I think I got all but one of them, but I'm not really sure. And I still got one of my AI buddies down there alive, and I only see one elite going after him. So, hey, my AI buddy kind of did his job there. But that's how you take out the remaining elites, all but the last one from up here. Now, if you got one coming at you, you can drop a drop shield. If he sees you, he'll start firing, and you set your aim on the rocket, and as soon as the drop shield dissipates, go ahead and fire, and you should hit him. Now, to get this last guy who's down below, I'm going to go over here and hide with the sword, and he's going to come up, and while he's in the air, he cannot do anything to me. So again, 2 smacks and he's gone. Alright, and there's going to be a couple of grunts and another elite coming through this door right here.
Halting countermeasures, diverting all power and personnel to weapons.
All right, Noble. Let's get that slip space bomb on board. 6, head for the hangar.
Well, they'll be coming out here momentarily. There he is. I thought I had a direct hit on him, and he just moved just a smidge. Now, see what happens there? His shield's flared. That's splash damage. I didn't get a direct hit. So I'm going to have to deal with him another way. Sort of a plan B. Because I don't think I'll have him standing still down there anymore with the rockets. Because now he knows where I'm at. So I switched over to the Covenant Carbine. And see if I can take out 1 or 2 of these grunts. And I think I got the grunt retreating. There goes the elite. He's back down into the, I believe that's a hangar bay. Alright, let's go back here and ammo up. We're going to have some real interesting firefighting going on here. This is all tactics based. Let's go swap the sword out for 100% plasma pistol. There is actually another one there. And now what I'm doing is a little bit of a crating exercise. I'm going to create a barricade that I can hide behind, because I'm going to have elites coming at me here soon. Oh, by the way, those musical sounds that you're hearing in the background were that was my cell phone with text message alerts, and believe me, they were driving me crazy. I just paused my walkthrough here and walked over and turned my cell phone off till I finish this thing. Anyway, like I may have said before, I'm doing this crating exercise to provide myself with cover, because there will be elites coming up the corridor at me at present, and I'm going to take them out with a nuke combo, which is an EMP on the plasma pistol and a headshot with a Covenant Carbine. Sometimes I can do this pretty quick, and sometimes I can't. This is one of the days where I was having some issues with my melee skills. But with low grav and tilt on, I'm able to move these curtains fairly quickly. Just got to get them lined up here. Just about done. Okay. Alright, down to the end of the corridor. As soon as this doorway opens up, I am going to throw down a drop shield and head up to the left, because I want to put a super combine on an engineer that's there. It's going to take 2 to take him out, but I'm going to start with him right here. That's 1. And as soon as I get the 3 shots in the super combine, I'm back through the corridor this way, heading back to cover. Like so. And ultimately here the door will open again because grunts are coming up. And it takes 3 shots on them as well to super combine them with the carbine. There's There's one down. When I take enough of them out, the elites will start coming up. There's 3 of them down there that'll come up, plus the one that retreated from the comm room will stay down on the lower level, and I will take him out a little bit later, but in a similar fashion. Okay. And one of these grunts down here has a fuel rod cannon. Notice I'm firing at that open doorway down there, right on the corner, because tough luck makes them dodge. You know, they dodge all shots, and I'm trying to get him to dodge. That's why I'm firing at the corner of that door. There he goes. And then, there we go, 3 shots. I'm not the greatest of shots here. Okay. I think there might be 1 or 2 more grunts here, and then come the elites. But I wasn't sure at this point, so that's why I had the plasma pistol out. See the grunts? There's one down. And by the way, you don't have to put all 3 shots in at one time on the grunts to super combine them. You take 1 shot, get him to jump a certain direction, and pump 2 more into him. Okay, here comes the first elite. EMP. Oh crap, I missed him. Let's try that again. I thought I had him with the EMP. He's dodging pretty good. Let's try one more time. There's the EMP. Headshot. He's down. Whew, that was kind of scary. But you see what the barricade did for me. Okay, here comes number 2. Darn, I missed him again. We've got to wait a little bit before we get the red on. Okay. Okay, EMP, 2 headshots. Number 3 should be coming up here soon. Here he comes, here he comes. EMP. Ooh, he put some bullets in me. My health is down, my shields are gone, so I'm going to put a drop shield here to get at least get my health back. And there's got to be a grunt or 2 down there because the doors are still open. They're kind of hiding around the corner. Notice how I'm not quick enough here today. You know, he's jumping from side to side. These have been a real pain. There it goes. Yeah, it's been a real pain in the butt. There we go. And I think there's one more. There's one more down here that I have to deal with. I'm not sure. Again, I'm firing at the corners here. See if I can make them jump out. Alright. Decided that I was running low on ammo, so I'm going to go up here and grab all the remaining ammo out of this crate here. Go back down, grab another, grab that second 100% plasma pistol right there. And let's go find that grunt. Maybe if I advance a little bit, he'll show his face. Yeah, he's not doing anything yet, so I'm going to advance a little bit here. Oh, darn it. Thought I had him. Let's try again. There we go. He came out on his own that time. Alright. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drop a drop shield. I'm looking for a carbine ammo, by the way. Drop a drop shield right here and haul it up the right side. We've got 2 jackals over there with beam rifles. So, but first I want to go out halfway up the ramp, take out that engineer with the second combine. Notice, remember, you don't have to do them both at once. And come on up here, and we're going to use the Covey's firing habits against them here. They tend to fire center mass. So if you can get to a point where you're just peeking over the edge here, they're firing into that little barrier there. Yet you can fire at their heads. You use that to your advantage. This is also something that I used a great deal on the landing zone and the Exodus mission. The same concept. Anyway, I want to just keep pumping carbine bullets into the jackals here. Or actually, they're elites. I'm sorry, they're not jackals. They're elites. Beam rifles. And their shields will pop. Of course, they're not standing still for me. When I get to a point where the shields pop, any time now. They're flaring. There they go. Shields just popped. Take him out. Okay, now we've just got 2 grunts and an elite left. And I want to be careful. I want to see where the grunts are. I'm getting ammo up here. I want to position myself so that I can take the 2 grunts out and retreat out of the room, because the elite's going to follow me. There's grunt number 1. Okay, the elite is still in the room. He's still hanging back, but once I take out that second grunt, or the last grunt, I should say, then that elite's going to come after me. And I'm going to retreat back and take him out like I took out the first 3. So I'm driving him back there a little bit. Okay, there goes the grunt, and I'm heading back up the corridor. Notice how I positioned myself. Back to my cover here, switch over to plasma pistol. Here he comes. And EMP, a couple of headshots, and he's down and out for the count. Okay, that clears out the hangar room for now. We still got to clear out a little bit more out of the hangar room, or the corridor between the hangar room and the gun room. We got to clear out the gun room. We got to clear out the bridge, and then we got to come back to the hangar. That's what we got left in the mission. And right now we're only halfway through time-wise, so this can be an exhausting mission. Alright, notice that I went over there and I got full ammo on the carbine. I'm going to go up here and drop the shields so the Pelican can come in and skip the cutscene. And it's nice of them to give me full health back. Now, somewhere along the line I picked up some plasma grenades, and I'm going to use one there to take out the fusion core. If you don't have any plasma grenades, you can actually take it out by firing at it with a Covenant carbine. Alright, there's going to be about 5 grunts or so coming out here, and there's 2 elites hanging back in that room. Ooh, losing some shields there, done it? I don't want to lose my shields. That's okay. There's a couple health packs here. And as it turns out, I used a pretty slick little strategy. And what I'm going to try to do is, I think all the grunts are down. I'm going to use this blasted fusion core potentially as cover. And coming up here, the door's closed. Sometimes you can sneak here and melee one of the elites. And I actually did that on this run, but not quite yet. Alright, he saw me, so I jumped back down here. He comes back. Oh, actually, both of them came back. I'm going to try to pepper him with the... damn it, the thing got in the way. Pepper him with the plasma pistol, and what happens is he retreated. So now I believe I got 2 of my Marine buddies over here. Yep. So I'm going to saunter on down this corridor again and take a peek around the corner. And my idea here was to draw them out, but as it turns out, watch what happens when I come around the corner. They're focused on George, so boom, I take one of them out with a melee. And what happens here is my AI buddies go charging into the room, and they're keeping the elite busy right at the doorway, which is great. So I'm going to hang back here just a little bit. Yeah, the elite has got one of my Marine buddies in the doorway, and I can come up right here on the edge, and he is stopped right there, and I'm just going to start peppering him. He can't hit me, I'm hitting him. There goes the shields, and boom, headshot, he's done. Now that's important, for one thing. for two reasons, actually. This ammo up there. And while I'm talking about that, I'm going to be juggling weapons down into the next corridor. It's a concussion rifle, which I will actually use. But what's important here is because I took him out up close to this doorway, the two elites down in the gun room, the gun platform room, if you will, did not hear anything. So they are not aware that I'm up here. And the other thing is that my Marine buddies took it on the chin, so there's none of them left to go down there and alert the elites. Because they have a bad habit of going down and charging, or standing right in the open doorway, and sometimes the elites see them, and then I have to go to a real tough tactic to take them out. And that's actually why I am stockpiling plasma pistols right now. I will demonstrate how tough that actually is. Oh crap, I don't want a shotgun. Come on, I don't want to reload it. I hate that. Weapon's getting in the way. Where's my concussion rifle? There it is. There we go. Just keep shuffling it in, shuffling it in. I'm going to make one more pass here. I think there's one more plasma pistol back there. Okay, drop the plasma pistol off and come on back. Alright, let's juggle this guy down. Alright, grab plasma pistol. Now when that door closes behind me and I come down here, it will not reopen. That's why I wanted everything juggled into that spot. Okay, my dreams came true. I got one of them focused on the gun platform. So boom, I can take him out with an assassination and immediately retreat, because I don't know where the second one is. And what I was going to try to do was see if I could find the second one and get on an angle to him that would allow me to jump down and melee him. But I couldn't see him, and I think what happened here in this particular run, he was down in this area, actually inside a doorway right down in there, and I didn't see him, because I know that when I come back this way, there he goes running out. I think I don't know if you saw it, yeah, he came running out. So now I'm with my initial plan B. Now occasionally what will happen is that he gets into a patrol behavior where he will get on one of the gun stations, and I can do the same thing to him that I did to the first one. And that's what I'm looking for here, but he's seen me. You could hear him yell. And so this is plan B, and this is why I need a lot of plasma pistols. What I'm going to try to do is drop his shields with plasma bursts from behind this plate here, actually shooting through these little openings, and then take him with a headshot. But this is not easy to do at all. First I got to get him in a position I can do that. Now this particular elite's got a concussion rifle, which makes it even worse, because if he gets a clear shot on me, he's going to start firing like crazy. There he is. Now watch what happens. He starts jumping around, so you got to be really quick. And that's partly the tough luck skull. They'll dodge every bullet, dodge every grenade. And so this is a very frustrating exercise. In fact, I have failed at this point in mythic runs in the past because I ran out of ammo. And he did not go on a patrol behavior that allowed me to come up behind him and backsmack him. So here we sit. A little bit of a standoff. I'm looking for him, hoping he's going over to the gun station, which he hasn't. Oh, he's still mad, you can hear him down there. I'm really, because this guy's got a concussion rifle, and I'm really not exposing myself to him. And if he gets close enough to me, he'll throw a grenade, or if he sees a lot of me, if you will, he'll throw grenades at me. So I have to be really careful here. See how he jumps? I don't know if he sees me. So, a lot of times if they don't see where the fire's coming from, they'll just stand there. Well, in this case, he's not. He's jumping around like crazy. I'm going to stick my nose out. See where he's at. He's down below. He's running out that way. He runs out here. I'm getting frustrated. So I'm not a good shot through this little opening anyway. Very frustrating. Something that makes your car sick. Oh, see, it only takes so much and then he jumps. So this is an extremely difficult way. Whoa, look out! Woo! Concussion rifle blast. Immediately, when you see that coming at you, throw down the drop shield. Alright. I believe... I think right about here he's getting ready to go back into regular patrol mode. So I decided to chill. I'm hanging back and chilling. I'm hoping that he loses track of me and goes back into patrol mode, which he did right there. See, he's at the gun station now. Just come up right behind him and boom. Do with a little bit of flair there using the assassination. Alright, let's swap out the plasma pistol for the concussion rifle, and we're going to do one more, actually, next to last barricading or crating exercise here. And I'm just blasting this sucker up there to that closed doorway, because behind that doorway, when we clear the next room out and come back up here, behind that doorway there's going to be at least one elite and some grunts, and I don't know if there's any shielded jackals or not, but there's like a squad headed by an elite behind that door. And I'm not really worried about completely covering the door. Actually, this level of barricade with the crates sitting on their backs is actually ample. If you can get lucky and get one sitting up on its side, that's fine, but you want the weapons pointed outwards or on top. At least for the plasma pistols there, because I'm going to use them. That's why I'm being a little careful here. Just smacking away. This would be much harder if I didn't have tilt on. Now what will happen is when I come out back into this room through the doorway down at the far end, this door is going to open and the squad will spawn behind the door, and what I'll do is start firing with a Covenant carbine, and that kind of keeps their heads down. In this run, a grunt actually jumped up on top, but I was able to distract him with the carbine fire long enough to rush back up the ramp, because we got to get back up to the hangar at some point here. Okay, so let's swap out to the plasma pistol and head on down to the bridge, which we're going to have to clear because we have to put this Corvette on a refueling run, a refueling course with the big ship. Okay, now many times you can come out here and actually sneak up and backsmack one of the elites. There's 4 elites in here. A general, 2 invis elites with plasma repeaters, and an invis an elite with a sword who will charge you. The problem is, in this particular run, is that grunt's right there, and that's the elite that I wanted to take out, but the grunt's going to see me before I do that and alert everybody else, and they're all going to start firing at me, and I'll never make it out alive. So I'm going to go back and do it the hard way. I'm going to start. I'm just going to try to take everybody out from the doorway. So let's start with a grunt. I think there's about 4 or 5 grunts in there. I'm not really sure exactly how many. There's I believe that's the general back there. Yep, I'm looking around for grunts. Well, they do like to jump. There's 2 down. Damn it. Trying to get him. Yeah, there's the general. See how he drops down into armor lock. And his shields are such that you just can't take him out. So we're going to have to treat him very special. Alright. So now I want to take out the camo elites. There's one of them down there. Trying to keep him out. Now, they have a tendency to hide behind the light shields there. And sometimes they'll come over and jump up into the middle area. Unfortunately, you almost have to get them to fire at you before you know where they're at. I thought I dropped his shields. And they're flaring. I think I've dropped them, but I think he's moving. Not really sure here, but you get the idea. Just keep throwing bursts at the elites with the plasma rifle here. Being careful not to lose too much of your shields. Get down the other side. Come on, get down the other side. There he is. There he is. There he is. Okay, good. His shields were gone. Okay, that's one down. Now what we have to be is really mindful of the sword elite, because he will charge. And you want enough plasma rifle ammo left to drop his shields and stop him in his tracks and then head shoot him. So, and actually in this particular run, I believe what happened is that he charged, and I saw him too early, and he retreated. So I'm keeping an eye on my plasma rifle here. I'm about ready to go back and get a fresh one. I think I gotta fire off a couple. Yep, no. Let's go get a fresh one. No sense in taking any risks. Got plenty of ammo back here, and if I run out of plasma rifles, I can go back up and grab some plasma pistols that I juggled in. That's the primary reason I did that, along with that having to take the elite out in this room. But they're also available for me if I need them. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. So essentially what I got to do is I've got to take out the sword elite and 2 other elites and then go after the elite general. I'm waiting for him to charge. I know he's back there somewhere. Here he comes. You see how he just kind of stopped when I popped the shields and just stepped back and switch weapons and headshot, and he's done. Now I believe I've got one more camo elite besides the general there, who I can't take out with the carbine. I don't know why I'm even trying. Just to make sure that's... Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's firing at me. My shields have dropped a little bit. You can see him over there. I've got his shields flaring a bit. I don't mind. Oh, okay. He came down the left side here. See if I can drop that light shield and drop his shields. Once you drop his shields, he appears. His camo goes. Not sure where he's at. Just takes patience. Oh, there goes the shields. He's hiding, he's hiding, he's hiding. Step out, take him. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure I've got just the general left, but I'm not absolutely sure. There might be a grunt left here. That's why I'm being very careful. I'm kind of looking around, seeing if the grunt jumps. Kind of firing off in the distance, checking things out. Oh yeah, there was one grunt left back there. He could have ruined everything. He doesn't make sure they're all gone. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it for the grunts. Alright, I think I'm going to go back here and grab a fresh plasma pistol. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to move the general back to the middle in a crouch behavior such that I can sneak up behind him and backsmack him. That's the plan. The only other way to take him out is to charge him firing the Covenant carbine, and which he will dodge. He will keep dodging. He won't fire his heavy weapon at you. And then get close enough where you can do a circle melee on him. And but that is really high risk. My plan A takes a little bit of patience, but it is a much safer approach. Alright, right here I believe I was getting a phone call. So I just kind of stopped. I decided not to go ahead and pause the run and get the pause screen up, but I would just stop right here and take the phone call. It turned out to be a telemarketer. But this was just a few seconds. So we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. Okay, not much longer. Actually, after I clear this room, I take a longer break before I make my charge back to the hangar bay. Alright, now in this run, as in my mythic run, things didn't start out so well because the general decided he was going to move to the left, in other words, to my area. And I'm looking for him right now. I'm not really sure where he's at. But I think I saw him moving towards me with that darn concussion rifle of his. And so just as I threw the grenade, he made a move towards me, and I decided that I was going to drop the shield and get the heck out of Dodge. Now what I'm doing here is I'm firing off in that direction, hoping that he'll move to the right and get into his crouching behavior. But no, whoa! He was there on the left side. He had clear sight of me, so you got to be really careful. As soon as you see him firing, drop that drop shield. I was just lucky that the armor ability had regenerated there. Okay, so now we're kind of sneaking around, seeing where the heck he's at. Firing on the left side. See if I can get him over in that crouching behavior. Nope, he's running to the left. I don't like that. Gotta be careful there too, because he can actually fire from back there and hit me inside this corridor. Alright, I'm kind of creeping out again, creeping out.
Move, Lieutenant. Put that Corvette on a refueling track to the supercarrier.
Okay, I see him crouching over there, but I'm not really sure which direction he's looking in. That's what's got me concerned. I don't know whether he's looking at me, at the post, or away. I just can't see. That's why I switched weapons to see if I could telescope in here. And I still can't see. So what I decided to do here is kind of creep around to the other side and see if I had an angle at him coming in from the other side. Real careful like. Real careful like. And I think what I saw there, I'm not really sure, but what I saw there, he's looking away, kinda. See, he's kind of looking away, so up behind him and sayonara, sucker. Okay. Nice little assassination with animation. Alright. I'm grabbing his concussion rifle. I took note of that plasma pistol that was right there. And now I'm getting ready to do my last crating exercise. Because we're still not done with the bridge. It's funny how in this particular mission and in the campaign, just when you think you've cleared a room or an area out, here comes more enemies. Now, I'm going back here just to ammo up on the concussion rifle. And back on down. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to blow a couple of crates, or blast a couple of crates into this corridor at that first bend. And the idea here is to get the elite that's going to be in this next group of coveys stuck so that I can easily take him out. Okay, so let's get back far enough. Now, I've got to be a little bit careful with grenades lying around because they can easily explode and just blow you up. Drop your shields. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'm blasting this crate towards the doorway here. Blast it on in there. Oops, not quite. That's why I got plenty of ammo in this thing. There we go. Blast on up to that first bend here. And I flipped over night visions because it's just easier to see in here with that, with what I have to do. Setting up my little barricade, my little crating exercise. There we go. Let's go back and get the next one. We only need one more. Alright, and step back a ways and blast. And get over by the door. Well, kind of over by the door. And then step up, open the doorway, and blast it through. There we go. Back over to night vision. And smack it into place. And you can see it's right at that first bend there. Or the last bend. Okay, let's get these guys squared away here. Now, as it turns out, grunts can actually jump over these things. And we'll see that on the crating exercise I did up there in the gun control room. There we go. I think that's it. But elites can't. And we're going to use that to our advantage. Alright, now that's a plasma pistol. Let's go get the plasma rifle. We want the plasma pistol that I noticed there before. Come on over. Switch to the carbine. Get the carbine, knucklehead. I swapped out the wrong weapon. There we go. Get the carbine. Come on over. Let's get the... we got the Corvette on that refueling course, and let's head on over to right about this far point here because we got some more coveys to take out. Some grunts and shielded jackals and one elite. So go ahead and take the grunts and the shielded jackals out. Like so. And when we get down to taking them all out, or maybe just one left, the elite will retreat. Back up the corridor, and then he'll get stuck at those crates. And then I'll be able to take him out with a noob combo. Or actually what I do is I take him out with plasma pepper and headshot. And in this particular run, one grunt got through back up into the gun control room. And I'll explain here in a little bit how I had to deal with him, or why I dealt with him the way I did. Alright. I got them all, except for the elite and obviously that grunt that we'll see here a little bit. And the elite is up against the barricade. Now what surprised me is that normally if he can't see me, he doesn't move. But that time he moved. He moved over to the other side here. Right there. Okay, but now I got him. And I'm just going to pepper him with plasma pistol fire until the shields pop. And you'll be able to see that because you'll see the little popping, you'll hear him yell. You hear him yell there? Okay, that takes care of him. And let's come over here, ammo up, and come back over here, and this is the spot right here where I just decided I was going to take a break before we got back into the hangar bay. But first, see, there's that grunt that made it all the way back. We do not want to go back through that doorway until this room is cleared. Sometimes the grunts will be right around that left corner there. Other times they'll be up in the room a little bit. Now, obviously, if you don't have blind on, you got a motion tracker, you can see that they're there. But you want them clear so they're not firing at you as you rush up to the far end. Because what we have to do is go up to that far end, make a left on the ramp, go up and make a right through the closed doorway, which will open for us, and hopefully get through before a grunt gets across the barricade and starts throwing grenades at us. Because I have died at that spot before. So I mean, I'm taking a pause for the cause right here. So this is going to take probably 2 minutes or so. And I think I'm maybe, 45 seconds or so in. We got about 20 minutes or so left in the run. The vast majority of that is in the hangar bay. And I'm going to do a neat trick with the Pelican. As I run into the hangar bay, I'm firing my, I'm telling you this up front because we're just kind of standing here, but I'm going to fire my Covenant carbine to get the Coveys away from the Pelican's front gun, and then run over to the gun, throw down a drop shield, and crouch and move backwards and forwards, and with my select key selected. Okay, now right here, I see what I'm doing here. I'm firing at these guys. One actually jumped up, but I got him to dodge fire, and I was able to get up here. So that's just a big rush. Alright, so again, I'm going to run in here, fire in here, get them moving, like so. I actually took one or two out. Run over to the Pelican. Now, if there's an elite standing right there, I'd run right by him and go over to the far side, because you can do this on both sides. Whoa! A grenade thrown out. Okay, crouch, select, and move forwards and backwards, and you're inside the Pelican's gun. Okay, and at some point here, there's going to be enough fire on the gun where the front of this will just disappear and you'll have a clear view. Now, that's the good news. Then we'll be able to fire targets. But the bad news is that on the outside, the gun is damaged and gone, which means at this point you do not want to get out of this thing, because you'll never get back in it. Okay, so we got several waves of Coveys here that we got to take out. This one proved to be a little bit more problematic than in the past runs because of this particular elite. He is kind of hiding over here on the left side instead of where he normally is on the right side. And his behavior is jump out, shoot a little bit, and then jump behind cover. And what I found with the Pelican's machine gun is that it takes an awful lot of rounds to take out an elite. I cannot believe how many rounds. We'll see that much more apparent when we... actually, that's the start of the second wave right there. Now, I hope that's just in my preview screen there. I got a little lag going. I hope that's not the film itself. But you're getting the idea here. We're using the Pelican's gun to take everybody out. There's going to be a couple of jackals up on that ramp. You take them out. This elite is proving to be really a problem. So when he ducks into cover over there, I'm just going to go back to the jackals and see if I can take them out. They're not easy to take out. You can see I'm putting fire directly on them, and they're still hanging tough. Here comes the elite again. I think ultimately he moves all the way around to the other side. Alright, well, while I'm waiting for him, I'll go ahead and see if I can take out shielded jackals and such. Jeez, how many hits does it take? Here he comes. Man, he's got really good. I wish my shields were that good. Alright, Well, he's over on the right side now. I'll let George deal with him a little bit. There goes a jackal. Yeah, of course George gets in the way. Okay, finally got him down. Let's go clean up the rest of this wave. Come on, Mr. Jackal. There you are. There we go. Got the jackal. Let's get this shielded jackal. I think that was a... I don't know, it might have been a jackal. Yep, that was a jackal I got. Okay, hopefully George will take out this last guy. Oh, nope, another elite. Elite or a grunt. They're not easy, that's for sure. Yeah, that was a grunt. Just only had his point total there. I don't know if I said this before, but if you were to start this by going to the challenge and then jumping to the mission, it'll set everything up but scoring. Scoring will be turned off, and you really kind of want that turned on. So that's my recommendation. What happens there is that you see the stat sheet come up when you have scoring turned on, and you won't immediately jump into the next mission. Which I don't want to do, obviously, in this walkthrough. I'm doing Long Night of Solace, not Exodus, which is the next mission. Okay. Yeah, he's hiding behind there somewhere. The worst thing that could happen would be for Cubby to hide behind cover and not move at all. And I think that's what's happening here. He might be hiding. See where that white little light is I'm firing just left of where I was? I think he might be hiding back there somewhere. And what I'm trying to do by firing at George is to get him to move and re-engage. Because I have to get everybody in this wave taken care of. There we go. Finally, he's dealing with that guy. And I don't know whether that's an elite or a grunt. All I know is he's throwing grenades. Anyway, we got to get rid of everybody in this wave before we start the next wave. Yeah, he's still out of it. You know, it was a grunt. I don't believe it. I think it was a grunt. Well, we'll tell when the point count comes up. Now he's hiding behind that little white light thingy there. I think. Yep. He's hiding behind there. Just can't get fire on him. Come on, George, help me out here. No, I think that it's hard to tell from this point. No, that's an elite. I'm taking too many shots to take him down. Yeah, and he's firing plasma rifle fire at me, so yeah, that's definitely an elite. There he goes. I'm getting a little lag in my preview screen. I hope that's not in the finished film. We'll see. I'll come back to it and see what happens. And after I render it. Hopefully it won't be too disruptive. Here comes the second wave. It's going to start with grunts coming out of that middle doorway. Sort of like firefight on Corvette. Go ahead and take care of them. And there's going to be two elites we got to deal with that are a real pain in the butt because they can take a lot of fire and they just keep moving. And my hope is that that one will throw a grenade or something and drop down. There's also a couple of grunts up there. That's what that plasma munition was. I got one of them. But the elites like to hang back up on the ramps there. And they like to hide behind the light shields. That's why I'm taking them out. So here we are. To me, this is the toughest part of this part of the battle, is taking these two guys out. Because when we finally take them out, there'll be 4 elites. Ooh, there's another gun up there. There'll be 4 elites coming in with all kinds of heavy weapons. But they're very aggressive and they like to charge, and they're very easy to take care of. It only takes a couple of minutes to clear the 4 out. These guys, it takes forever. I mean, there were several times where I was putting many 50 cal rounds on these guys, and their shields just wouldn't quite pop. They'd flare, but they wouldn't pop, and then they retreat. As soon as their shields started flaring, they retreat. So what we got to do here is somehow get George and me putting heavy fire on the same guy at the same time, and hopefully take him out. And I am putting lots of rounds in these guys, and nothing's happening. So this requires a lot of patience. Now, hopefully what will happen here soon is they'll start coming down the ramp and get aggressive and move towards me or George, and it's easier to put a lot more rounds into them. So now I got to drop those damn shields again. Oh, here comes one. You see, he just, as soon as we put fire on him, retreats right back up the ramp. He's staying on the ramp now. Now let's go ahead and drop the light shields. They're hiding behind him. Okay, one of them came back down to the middle. There's another one up there firing at me. Sometimes it's hard to pick which target to concentrate on. I'm not really sure which one George is firing at. So I got the other one down here on the ramp, and he's just standing there, and I'm pumping him full of lead, and he just won't go down. Look how many rounds I'm putting into him. Wow. And what happens is that he retreats back up the ramp. We can, yeah, got him. Okay, fine. I just had enough into him that I could take him on the ramp. Now we're down to 1. We're almost done here. Like I said, the last 4 are going to be fairly easy to take out. And this is going to take a little bit of time. So I was kind of hoping he'd throw a grenade and drop down. Oh, he did. And now he's going back up. Sometimes on that platform there, he'll throw a grenade and drop down to my level, and it's easier to put more rounds into him. Now I'm not sure where he's at. He's retreating back up, so let's go ahead and drop the light shields again. Okay, good. He's coming back down. He's getting more aggressive, which is what I want. I want him to come back down the ramp so we have a better line of fire on him. Okay. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, that's George firing at him. He must have retreated back up. Oh, no, it came back down. Okay. Let's see if I can put more rounds into him. Behind that little barricade there. Oh, come on now. Round after round after round. Yeah, when my little reticule turns red, that means I'm aiming right at him. He's up on the platform. Come on down. I do know that when you drop an elite shields, he'll charge many times. Sometimes he'll hide, sometimes he'll charge. trigger finger's getting a little sore here. I'm running out of energy. Okay, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay, he's down on this ramp. There he goes. He's down. He's at George level. Just stay there, you dog. Ah, goodness. Wow. Okay, back down. Okay, good. He's come down. I'll put some rounds on him. Look how many rounds I'm putting into him, and he's still standing. Oh, when will those shields pop? That is amazing. I'm speechless. I'm putting so many rounds into him and he still won't go down. George is putting rounds into him. He just ducks behind that corner. I'll get out of the way though. Round after round. Reticule's red, that tells me I'm hitting him. Finally. Whew. Man, that took forever. Okay. Here comes the last group, and why I bothered to start with a guy over here on the ramp on the right is beyond me, because I just went through all that frustration. I mean, there's a couple over here on the left that are a lot easier to take out to start. So I recommend don't do this. Start with the guys on the left. You'll see what I mean as soon as I swing over. Although this guy's just kind of standing there firing at me, so he was a pretty easy target. Alright, these are the guys I'm talking about. These are the guys I can take out fairly quickly. Because they're firing at the Pelican like crazy. Okay, one of them's down. Now I got two left total. One on this side and one over by that ramp. Or that platform, if you will. And George is coming over to help. Okay, he's down. Let's go back and get that last guy, wherever the heck he may be. Let's wait to see where he's throwing firing. Oh, okay, he's on the bottom ramp there. Throwing firing grenades from that grenade launcher thing he's got. So it's just a matter, he's just standing there firing grenade after grenade, so it's a matter of taking him out. There we go, that's it, that's all four. That's essentially the end of the mission. When George says, and stay down, you know that they're all gone. Combat operations have ended. And so George is going to say, form up on me, that's what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to skip the cutscene and go right to the stat page at the end.
Distance is closing on this vessel.
Okay, there we go. And here comes the stat page, but that's how you can complete this week's July 14th, July 20th Reach Campaign Challenge of Long Night of Solace LASO, or Legendary All Skulls On. Actually got another challenge there. Stat page coming up. I hope this helps you in your quest for the challenge. There it is popping. This is Old and Achy signing off. Take care, everybody.